So in the summer of 1998, my stepsister and stepbrother, Katie and Kevin Kane, were living with their mom in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And I reached out to them and said, I'm gonna move to Nashville. And they said, okay, well, cool, you can come crash on our couch. So big shout out to Katie and Kevin and their mom, Julie, for letting me crash on their couch while I found an apartment and found a job. I remember that summer, I was driving my 1992 Geo Metro. It didn't have air conditioning. I didn't need air conditioning living in Wyoming. But I drove across country, and it was the longest, hottest 24 hours of driving that I had experienced. I got there and met Katie at the gas station by their house at the last exit in Hendersonville, and I was just exhausted and beat and sweaty and just over it. And I think I ended up taking a nap for about 3 days.
So I got accepted to Belmont University in the year 2000. My mom and I came out to Nashville and made a trip that summer to just kind of get a feel for the area and talk to maybe some of the professors and things like that. And then in January of 2001 is when I moved officially to Nashville. I loaded up my Isuzu Rodeo with everything I had. I think the largest thing I had was a guitar amp and a microwave. A friend of mine by the name of Jared Mack, he was like, well, I'll jump in with you and ride with you, and then maybe we can stop along the way and see my brother, who's a dear friend of mine, Eric Mack. And so we drove to Texas, drove the rest of the way to Nashville. I remember that last day of driving there, somewhere between Mississippi and Nashville, I was sick as a dog, and so I just sat over in my passenger seat of my car while Jared drove. And he dropped me off there in a dorm room with my first roommate, Nick Truin, and dropped me off. I said goodbye to him, said hello to Nick, and started going to school.
I moved to Nashville in 2002. I took a job for the Arc of Davidson County as a case manager for people with disabilities. Before I moved to Nashville, my wife and I were involved in a company. We supported people with disabilities with jobs, with living at home, kind of getting out in the community and being on their own. So when I moved to Nashville, I ended up taking a job that was exactly that, except I became a case manager.